Three kinds of traffic. How do I get leads? Part 2. Hi, Massimo here, and this is the second video about how to get traffic. How do I get traffic? Okay, how do I get leads? And in the previous video we started speaking about how to get leads. Okay, and as I told you already, the point is that this is a really a huge topic. Okay, so I'm going to divide it in parts so that you can learn gradually, and you can get gradually more and more informations, and then you can digest them. Okay, okay, great. So I remember that for me the main problem was that how to get traffic, how to get leads. And this is the problem that everyone has online. Everyone, the most important thing online is to get leads, to get attention, and so get leads, because from leads then you can generate the income from the leads. Without customers, you cannot generate any income. There could be 7 billion ways in order to get traffic. Okay, the point is that the systems, the ways you get traffic, can be developed from certain basic principles. Okay, and from there, based on which platform are you using, person to person, face to face, in real life, or on Facebook, or on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or Twitter, and TikTok, and so on. Every platform has its own unique way, which can be similar to the other platforms, but it is always different. Its unique way in order to get in touch with people, determined by the way you can do this: written, audio, or video. Okay, about the amount of time which the platform permits, allows you to use in order to send your message. TikTok is 15 seconds, something like this. Instagram, it was at the beginning 1 minute. Now with Instagram TV you can put posts videos as long as you want, and it is a competitor of YouTube, where also there you can put videos, but it is not something written. Instagram is something with pictures, videos, and text. Okay, and then you have the stories on Facebook, the stories on YouTube, on Instagram, anyway, which are 15 seconds each, more or less. And yes, the point is that every platform has its way to interact, in order to interact with others, and so you have to create the best kind of strategy in order to get leads. The principles that we are using are the way how we get attention from people, and and how things work in real life. Then you can use them on social media. And I remember that I was just trying to get leads. As I wrote you, I became really very good in one-to-one online cold contact, doing cold contacts, and so on. I developed my copy, my text, in order to introduce myself, so that I can be accepted. I am allowed to carry on with my communication with people who don't know me, the 99% of times. Okay, and then from there I build a relationship, and so on. And I don't try to sell them or to make sure that they get my offers. What I do, if once I get their attention, I have to understand whether they have the problem or the problems which can be solved with my offer, my solutions, okay? Because not everyone is going to need my what I have to give that to them, okay? Okay. And I was just treating everyone in the same way, then with time, contacting more and more and more people, I could see that some of them, the majority of them were not aware about the problem that I could solve with my solution. A certain amount of them could were aware about the problem that they had, but they didn't know there was a solution, that I could have the solution for them. And a little percentage of them knew about the problem, knew about the solution, but they still didn't decide where to get the solution from me or from someone or other. And a little percentage more already solved that problem. They had it in the past. And what was happening was that I had so many contacts with these people, but I couldn't keep track of all of them, because there were too many, one-to-one and so on. And I was doing all manually. I was doing everything by myself without automating anything. I didn't know about automating, I mean, from my previous jobs, like network marketing that I was doing, and reading about books about selling and so on, I knew that I had to this is really something which goes far away in the past, when I was already 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old, and I learned since then that the most important thing was the follow-up. So, but I couldn't keep track. You had in traditional selling businesses, and also in network marketing, they tell you you're okay, you contact the people. Once you contact the people, you have to do the follow-up. So you have to gather the name, when they have the birthday, so that you can contact them and give greetings. And so also the holidays, so you do the holidays greetings and so on, so that you keep in touch with them until build the relationship. So this is a long things to do. And the more customers you get in touch with, the more leads, prospects, contacts, okay, the harder is to keep track of everything, and the harder is to follow up everyone, okay. And yeah, then the computer arrived, or better, the computers started having all these programs and softwares which could help you in storing the informations and so on, but you still had to do the things one by one, and so on. But the point was that in all of this confusion, I could start seeing something which was some schemes, some patterns which were repetitive. So I was just searching for people who I didn't know, because I just finished my list of personal contacts and so on, and I was searching. Some of them were interested, many of them were not, and so on. And I was doing a follow-up of the interested people and so on, which was a little percentage, because I had to focus. I had not enough time, and I had to focus on them and so on. And the other 98% of people were just left away, and then maybe someone other was going there and not having results, and someone other, the third time that they contacted them, then they were sending something, because they were more and more aware, thanks to my contact, my competitors' contact, the third competitors' contact, until the ones who were not aware became aware of the problem, and then then a percentage of that not interested people started to be interested, and so on, and the cycles just repeat itself. Okay, then I started seeing that there was a kind of pattern, until I realized that sometimes people were just reaching me, you know, and the more I could store, the more contact I could store, the more I could have control on that leads and prospects, because I was searching for them. Some of them were searching for me, but I didn't have any control on them, you know. But once that I had their contact, I could just carry on contacting them. I could exert some kind of control on them, and it was, yeah, okay. I was then searching, oh, how could I speed this process up, you know, to do the follow-up and so on. And I already explained you how to do this in previous videos. But there something where I was understanding that there were two kinds of traffic, until I discovered that in one video that I watched in a training that I did, I discovered that there are three kinds of traffic. Three kinds of ways, or you know, groups where you can get leads from. Basically, what happened was that then I started automating stuff, and then I could have some kind of control from the people that was interested, shown some interest, but didn't buy or didn't grab my offer, and so on. In this video, I finally understood what was the difference, the source, the three kind of source where you can get traffic. So what happened was that from time to time people was asking me what I was doing, what was my business, my job, and so on. And this was random, was not intentionally created. And then the majority of my job was, instead of searching and qualifying people, which means making questions to understand whether they were the right public, the right target for my solution, if they had the problem, which my solution could be something they could use. And then there were people who were interested from the random ones, and the ones that I was selecting. Okay, then there were the people who wanted to know about, they were curious, they were interested about my solution, my offer, and so on, and they were stored in my emailing list. I was still not automating the process of follow-up, but I just had them stored, and I could send them on Facebook from time to time. Every week I was just checking the names I stored, and you know, on this book, and then asking them, you know, follow up and so on, all manually, which was then taking time in order to make new contacts, because I was doing all by myself. Okay, no automated system. And the more the amount of people interested was growing, the less time I had to contact new people, okay, and to speak with people who were or contact me. So I had these three source of leads. The people coming from random contact asking information, the people who I was actively searching, okay, in various platforms, and the people who were interested coming from these two sources that now I had stored and I had some kind of control on. And so I didn't do that much difference. You know, for me, traffic leads were just people who were potentially buyers. Okay, and then I watched this video, and then I understood clearly these three traffic sources, and I understood, oh my god, this is what I'm doing already, but it was all confusing, and you know, I was not that much good organized in order to have time for them, because anyway, they were just steps of getting traffic, okay, and contacting people. They were almost the same thing for me. People could be interested, but I didn't do this kind of classification, which this video provided me to see clearly and to understand then what to do with every kind of these three traffic sources. And then was there that I realized, okay, then this is the point. There are three kinds of traffic source, and every one of them must be treated in a different way. And if I don't find a way to automate the process, what is going to happen is that the third kind of source, traffic source, will take all the time, and I cannot be then able to get new leads, new prospects, and I will be stuck only in old ones, trying to educate them and so on, and I cannot even answer to the people who is coming and asking me questions, you know. And so, and sometimes this kind, the people coming from randomly asking for questions, were in a certain way coming from my active search. It was a little bit confusing and so on. Then I watched this video and finally I understood what the three kind of traffic source are. The three type of traffic source are: first one, traffic that you don't control. It is people who is just reading your posts, or just chatting with you, or just someone spoke to them about what you have to offer and so on, and they just come and they see the post, or they just come because the friends told them, hey, Massimo is doing this and so on, okay, or just they see they are speaking with me and they just ask. I don't have any control, it happens, okay, and we don't have any control. So traffic that you don't control. Then you can actively search for people, okay, actively search for people, and in this is the traffic that you can control. So you can search people on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and you can do this in the two ways that I explained in the previous video: searching them actively, chasing them, or making so that they come to you, which can be confused with the first kind of traffic. But this kind of traffic can be created, caused with some strategies, so that they are more and more of this kind, people coming to you, thanks to actively the second kind of traffic that you can control. You can control the traffic which is on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, just contacting them. And you can contact them so that you can chase them and cold contacts, okay, or you can use some strategies so that they are coming to you, and they are coming to you systematically, because they are the interested ones, okay. And then from these two sources, if you are smart enough to get their contacts, email and name, okay, you can store them and start to make follow-up. And today you can do the automatic follow-up, and this is traffic that you own. because now you can control it in every moment, sending email, direct messages, and so on. It depends which kind of follow-up are you doing with Facebook, Messenger, bot, or email marketing, campaigns, mainly this two. And so you have these three kinds of traffic: traffic that you don't control, traffic that you can control, and traffic that you own. Okay, so what you want to do is to grow this kind of traffic that you control, so that you can nurture your leads, both who bought your offer and who didn't, so that you can make follow-up. And this follow-up, you can control this traffic because you can create campaigns for people who bought something, for people who didn't buy anything, okay, and treat them into different ways. And then with email marketing campaign automation, so on, you can then, if something buys something, you can then put them in another campaign where you can just introduce another topic and you can nurture them on that and so on, because now that they solve that problem, they will have another problem that now they can give attention to, and so on. And so what you want to do is exactly this. You want to make so that use these two kind of traffic that you don't control and traffic that you can control, in order to create this third kind of traffic that you own, so that you can exert control on this. And here is where the great money is. Creating your email list and making the follow-up is where the 98% of your income is, because people at the beginning doesn't know you. And so if they don't know you, like I explained in another video, which should be why the follow-up works, something like this was the video. And they need to know you better, and then they will start liking you, and then start trusting you, and then they will decide, okay, I can buy something, I trust him, so I'm going to buy it. Okay, and you do this, making so that they, from these two kind of traffic that you don't control, traffic that you control, they go into the third source of kind of traffic, which is traffic that you own, because you have their data where you can send them directly the messages in channels where they are going to answer. Okay, because those are more intimate channels, email or Facebook chat, or Instagram chat and so on. But email is the one where you can easily automate everything, and which lasts forever. So why? Because if Facebook is going to shut you down, your profile down, or Instagram and so on, you lose everything. You still have the traffic that you control. You can download in any moment your mailing list, and even if the autoresponder that you are using will shut you down, you can get another service provider, another autoresponder, of another company, and you can import your list and carry on, start again, or carry on from them. And then you can create, this is your assurance, okay? Because here you are always able to store contacts that you already gained thanks to this two kind of traffic. And if something happens to all your social media, you will have always your mailing list, and you can contact them. Or if the social media just we stop, there were MSN Messenger. Who is still using MSN Messenger? It was a messenger. It was a social media where people could speak, and I knew my wife thanks to MSN Messenger. Okay, I mean not through MSN Messenger. I knew her in another way, but then I could speak with her on MSN Messenger. We are speaking about 12 something like, at the moment that we are shooting the video, something like 12, 13 years ago. Okay, and now no one is using MSN Messenger anymore. Not me. WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Instagram. They change. So you can lose all of your contacts when the platform will close, but you will have with the third kind of traffic with your emailing list, because email are the oldest way to communicate with people, and still they are using nowadays. The platform changed, but the email still is quite the same. They made some improvements, okay, they automated something and so on, but they are still existing. So when the platform are shutting you down, or they will be no more existing, and all the new ones like TikTok and new ones are arriving, Snapchat. I don't hear about Snapchat anymore. It exists, but I don't use it. And there's another way to communicate there, Now TikTok is, I think that TikTok is destroying Snapchat. This is my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, the most important asset that you have is your mailing list. So how do you get more traffic? How do you make so that this is less and less casual, random, and happens more and more? How do you make so that instead of using in traffic that you can control, and traffic you can control, instead of using the first method of chasing people, you can use the second method, which is making attracting people, so making so that they come to you instead of the right interested one are coming to you, instead of chasing the wrong and not interested one kind of people. Okay, and how do you make so that you can get and gather the email and make follow-up campaigns which are going to work efficiently and convert your leads or prospects or potential customer, however you want to call them, into customers. Maybe not today, not tomorrow, not the next week, maybe next month, maybe in 1 year or so on. Well, you learn all of this in the One Funnel Away challenge, and I suggest you to join the One Funnel Away challenge now. The One Funnel Away challenge is a challenge of 30 days where you learn all of this and even more, and where you learn how to. What is it? It has all of these three aspects, okay? Because you learn how to create funnels, which makes so that the traffic that you don't control and the traffic you can control are channeled into the sales funnel that you are going to learn and create into the challenge, and then the people who is interested can be sold on your product, and both the people who are not interested and the people who is interested, then from your sales funnel go into your emailing list and is followed up automatically, so that you can increase virtually infinitely your email list, and this is not going to take all of your time, okay? Avoiding you to have time for this too. Also because the funnel is going to take sales funnel is going to take care also of this two kind of traffic. So you automate everything, and the amount of time that you get back is huge, and how can you do the One Funnel Away challenge? If you do this today, you are going to get also my extra bonuses, which are 2 videos about how to get more traffic, organic traffic, not paid traffic without paying ads, Facebook ads. The 2 videos are how to optimize your Facebook profile for your business, and 3 tips on how to be omnipresent on Facebook, so that people more and more people wants to go and check your profile, and then checking your profiles will see which business you are in, and so they will just click on the link or asking, contacting you, and so on, which makes so that this is a one way, so it makes so that the first kind of traffic that you know control is more, goes more into the traffic that you can control, you know. And other bonuses, including joining my Facebook group, where you can learn a lot of free traffic training, you know. And in order to do this, you can click the link below, or up side, you know, or on one of the sides. It depends which platform are you watching this video in, or comment to this post, or just send me a personal message on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. You're allowed to do this, and you will get all the information that you need in order to decide whether to start or not, or to start directly if you want. Okay, so click on the link, or comment to my post, to this post, or send me a personal message, and see you on the other side in the One Funnel Away challenge. Okay, so you are going to learn all of this. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it very much. I enjoyed this time. I hope that I was shorter this time, and we'll see you in the next video with all information about traffic. Ciao.